service.
Welcome to the 22nd Annual Chef's Feast. Now, we're all very aware of the COVID situation, and we're taking all the precautions necessary here, but during our interviews, we are going to unmask, we are socially distanced, and we'll put our masks right back on after we're done. But we're so glad you could join us tonight. I'm ABC News 4's Chief Meteorologist Dave Williams, and I'm so happy to be here with you this evening. We are going to raise a lot of money tonight, and the reason we're doing that is to fight childhood hunger. Your donation tonight, it's going to support the childhood hunger programs of the Lowcountry Food Bank. So we are coming to you live from the Lowcountry Food Bank right here in downtown Charleston, and I'm joined by Nick Osborne, the new CEO of the Lowcountry Food Bank, and Monica Scott of the Lowcountry Food Bank. She's the board chair. We're so glad to have these folks with us, and we're so happy to do this evening. Now, Monica, shortly after that 2020 Chef's Feast, just a little bit over a year ago, Pat Walker, who's been here for so long, she was the past CEO, and she announced her plans to retire. And then just a couple weeks after that, that's when this pandemic really hit. Here we are in 2021, and we've got the announcement of the new CEO, Nick Osborne. We're so glad to have Nick here. And what a year it's been. Try to put it into words for everybody that's at home watching.
Well, Dave, you're absolutely right. 2020 was unprecedented for the Lowcountry Food Bank. We started the first of the year anticipating Pat's retirement after 9 years of serving as CEO and director of the food bank, and we began the search for the new CEO and director. I guess it was probably 2 months or so into the new year when we had to take a step back and face the realities of the pandemic. All these events were challenging to the food bank, but I think mainly because of Pat's leadership and the extraordinary generosity of the community, we were able to continue to feed healthy, nutritious meals to the 10 counties that we serve as our primary service area. And I also think that the leadership that they showed, the entire staff of the food bank, and the generosity of the community has put us in a good place to bring on board our new CEO, Nick. Nick, welcome from everybody to our organization.
Thank you very much indeed, Monica. And I'm really honored to be here as the new CEO and to join the food bank at this time and to be part of such a dedicated team of staff, partners, volunteers, and also donors. I really am inspired by the community's commitment and passion to our mission here at the Lowcountry Food Bank of ending hunger across the coastal communities here in South Carolina. So thank you very much for joining us tonight. I look forward to a fantastic night, and thank you for joining us in the fight against childhood hunger.
And I think it's really cool what we're doing here tonight, because we're going to give folks that haven't seen what goes on at the Lowcountry Food Bank a behind the scenes look at what you do here on a daily basis. Now, some more information on childhood hunger programs that you can support. We'll be giving you that throughout the next several minutes. And first, we have a very special message. This is from our presenting sponsor. It's Mr. Brian Miller, the CEO of Atlas Technologies. We want you to go ahead and take a look.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Miller, and I'm the president of Atlas Technologies. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the Lowcountry Food Bank's 2021 Chef's Feast Home Edition. I know the way we are meeting isn't ideal for everyone, but we must remember that the cause we are fighting for can't be put on hold for any measure. And remember, the camera puts on 30 pounds. With that said, tonight we will carry on as before and continue to put the needs of the children in front of our own as we take on the fight for childhood hunger. It is my honor to represent Atlas as the presenting sponsor for the third year in a row. As a company, we collectively create a positive impact to the communities and those around us. Our Atlas Positive Impact team continually find ways to help those in need around us in any capacity necessary. This issue is near and dear to us because we know that hunger adversely affects a child's ability to learn, play, and grow, and who knows, maybe be on our team someday. Since we last gathered 1 year ago, the food insecurity rate in the 10 coastal counties of South Carolina has increased by 58%, resulting in over 200,000 individuals who face hunger every day. For children, the food insecurity rate is even more devastating at 76%, resulting in nearly 75,000 children who do not have consistent access to nutritional food they need to live healthy, active lives. To put it into perspective for y'all, that is nearly 25% of the child population. So the need to support childhood hunger in our community is not only evident, but absolutely critical right now. As you watch this evening, I ask you all not only to continue supporting Lowcountry Food Bank, but also spread the word to everyone around you on the work that they are doing. Don't be afraid to talk to a neighbor or an old friend. Just be 6 feet apart and with your mask on, of course. I want to challenge other Lowcountry businesses to get out and support the food bank by gathering your own employees together for fundraising opportunities, participate corporate matching programs, and simply volunteer as a team. We are honored and humbled to work side by side with the Lowcountry Food Bank in their efforts to help childhood hunger. The work they do never goes unnoticed, and now is our time to show them that. Last year, we were able to raise more than $450,000, and I am certain that we could exceed that goal here tonight. So from the comfort of your house, on your couch, nuzzled up in your outfit of choice, pull out your checkbooks and credit cards, and let's make a positive impact to our community and, most importantly, our children. Thank you.
All right, and thanks, Brian. Moving around a little bit here. We got our masks ready to go, but we're gonna, again, have a conversation, and we are taking all the COVID measures into perspective here, so hopefully we can appreciate that. And we wanna thank Brian so much and Atlas Technologies. What they're doing is just phenomenal. And we wanna know if you're following us on social media right now. There's a buzz going on right now on social media. There it is. You can do it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And we wanna make sure that you're following us out there. But right now, I'm in the Backpack Buddies room. So Cara Moore, she's the director of the hunger programs here for the Lowcountry Food Bank. And Cara, thanks for joining us tonight, and it's such an honor to be here with you.
Oh, thank you, Dave. We're really glad that you could join us tonight.
So the programs that you're doing here, I want to know who your most well-known programs in the food bank is the Backpack Buddies. So why is it so well-known, and who does it serve?
Backpack Buddies is a phenomenal program. It serves school-aged children by providing a 4-pound bag of shelf-stable food every single Friday during the school year. Our goal is to alleviate hunger on weekends and holidays for those kids when they're out of school and may not have access to those free school breakfasts and lunches that they depend on. We rely on our school partners who cover all 10 counties. We work with over 50 different school and community organizations across our entire service territory.
So, Cara, do we have an example of one of those bags that the kids take home with them?
We do, actually. We are very conscientious about not only feeding our kids, but feeding them well. So we work closely with our nutrition team
to make sure that we are filling those little bags with the most nutritionally balanced variety of food that we can. So we've got protein in the form of canned pastas, we have vegetable cups, we have fruit cups and fruit strips, we have our grains, our dairy, and we've updated our menu a little bit this spring with the addition of a cheese cup and some veggie bean crackers.
And you were telling me things have changed since I was a kid. It's no longer the food pyramid. What do you call it?
We work from my plate now, which helps you to make healthy eating choices by looking at the portion sizes on your plates and making sure that you've got a little bit from all of the key food groups.
So you're definitely doing that, looking good. Thanks so much, Cara. And we want to go to a video of those bags being packed. All right, so joining me now is Kim Bolin. And Kim, you're the Child Hunger Program Coordinator for the Food Bank. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
So we're going to be talking about the school pantry program. And can you tell us exactly what that is?
Yes, definitely. As you see here, we have a sample of what that would look like. And as the name suggests, it is a program that is located at school sites. We currently have 24 school pantry partners in 9 of our 10 service areas for the counties in South Carolina.
So I want to know, why is there a need for this program?
Well, I think that this is a really important program because as we see here, there's a lot of food that is available in these boxes. And I think what we see a lot of times is when a child is hungry, it typically means that everyone in their home is hungry as well. And so these pantry boxes are able to feed the entire family, not just the child. And so we're both alleviating childhood hunger, but family hunger as well, which I think is very important.
So you kind of think of mom and dad as the breadwinners, the hunter-gatherers, and you figured they're well taken care of, but you're telling me that's not the case at all.
That definitely is not the case at all. And I think what we're seeing right now in South Carolina, and it is across the nation, currently, almost 25% of children in South Carolina are food insecure, which means that they do not have regular access to healthy, nutritious food that they need to thrive. So this is a program, especially during COVID, that percentage is anticipated to increase. So I think that school pantries are more important than they've ever been.
Well, and I know for sure if I don't get my meal, I'm getting hangry. So you can imagine how those kids are at school if they're hangry.
Full tummies mean full minds, so I think it's great.
Absolutely. So you're going to tell me a little bit about what goes into the box here.
Yeah, so we have some things here. As Cara had mentioned, we definitely try to keep it as nutritionally dense as we possibly can. Each box is about 20 pounds, and it's shelf-stable food items. We have veggies and fruits. We have different kinds of proteins like chicken and tuna and peanut butter. We have whole grains like brown rice. And then we also have, every month in these boxes, we make sure that we have kid-approved and kid-friendly meals, like the mac and cheese, like the spaghetti
So you
with
survey
sauce.
the kids?
I survey my own children
There
at
you
home.
go.
And again, I'd have to say, as a parent, I think it's really important to be able to feed your kids and put this food on the table that they're going to be excited to eat as well.
Absolutely. Now, this is amazing information, Kim, but I also want to bring Cara back in. Come on in here, Cara. And how has the COVID-19, this pandemic, how has it impacted the Backpack Buddies? How has it impacted the Lowcountry Food Bank as a whole?
Well, as you can imagine, there has not been a program of Lowcountry Food Bank that has not been altered or impacted in some way by the pandemic. Schools shut down last March, and many of our regular partners were not able to take normal deliveries of Backpack Buddies and school pantry boxes. However, we pivoted pretty quickly, and many of those same schools, in addition to a number of new school and community partners that we might not historically have worked with, were able to get thousands of Backpack Buddies bags and pantry boxes through us that they distributed alongside grab-and-go meals for their kids.
And I'm really impressed with how adaptive you are to the times. And it's not like people, just because there's a pandemic, they don't stop eating. They've got to eat.
Well, you've seen the numbers. Kim just referenced it as well. Hunger is only increasing, unfortunately. And as long as there is a need, we want to be able to meet that need. And we were so heartened when schools reopened this fall. Many of our regular partners were eager to get back online, even though many of their kids were learning virtually or in a hybrid schedule. They have found some very creative ways to get food out to kids, including drive-through distributions and even having parent advocates or nurses or teachers take those bags and those boxes to kids at home.
And I'm just so impressed with what you do. Keep up the great work. So, Cara, Kim, I'm so happy for what you're doing, and you can help these amazing programs. And the ways that you can help these amazing programs is by making a donation today. We want you to click donate on your screen there, or you can also text Feed Children to 243-725. We want you to take a look at a video from 2019. This was pre-COVID, and that's going to give you a great overview of these programs that we have going on.
Children this age don't do well with eating their fruits and vegetables at home, so the fact that they get it elsewhere is kind of a good thing.
I think I might eat it some right now.
These are the hands that write the grants. Prepare the food in the Zucker Family Production Kitchen. Engage the volunteers. Educate about nutrition. Reach out to our communities and thank our donors. And drive the trucks that distribute the food. That fight childhood hunger. And these are the faces who receive fresh food, participate in nutrition programs, eat the meals, and receive a chance at a better life because of you. Your generosity helps us to continue and to expand our childhood hunger programs. We ask that you lend a hand and invite others to join us in fighting childhood hunger. Thank you for all that you have done for our young neighbors.
Today I got strawberries, oranges, and apples and carrots. I love fruits. I like all of them, except for bananas. I like apples and oranges and strawberries.
She's the veggie person, I'm the fruit person.
Let's continue the fight against childhood hunger now.
I love that. Kids excited about fruits and vegetables. Just great stuff right there. And that was a great video and some great information about child hunger programs here at the Lowcountry Food Bank. We want to check in with our social media squad over there. And ladies, how's it going?
It's going great, Dave. We're having a great time with everybody on Facebook. Chelsea, our social media coordinator, is with everyone on Instagram. And Jill has been chatting with all of you on the chat box. We've been having a great night, and everyone's been sending in their photos of their own chef's feast at home. And here are just a few of our friends. The first one is of Beth with her grandkids. The second one is the Walters family, and Wesley is one of our weekly volunteers. Thanks for celebrating. And finally, we have Dana Mitchell and her entire nutrition team celebrating safely outdoors. We're having a lot of fun. Keep sending in your photos, and we're so excited. Back to you, Dave.
Oh, thanks, Alexis. That is some great stuff going on there. I love social media, a great way to keep interacting with people no matter what the situation. So we want to go ahead and take a look at our total, see how we're doing here. Wow, $345,000, 635. So the money still needs to come in. We've got a goal here. We're getting very, very close to it. And all you have to do is click on that button. You can donate. You can do it many different ways. And you're just making a huge difference tonight in fighting childhood hunger. We're so happy that you're doing that and joining us this evening. We know it's a little different, but we're making do, and this is awesome. There's a number of ways that you can make a difference in the lives of children facing hunger in the Lowcountry, and a few of those are donating tonight by clicking on the donation screen there that I was talking about. You can also text Feed Children, and the number to text there is 243-725 on your screen right there. You can also donate your time by volunteering. I've done that here before, packing some boxes and bags, cleaning things off, and it's a great way to get involved. You can also donate your time in volunteering, hosting your own fundraiser online. You can get that in there, and there's a multitude of ways to help out. All you have to do, the easiest way to do it, is go to lowcountryfood.org. The website will have all kinds of information there for you. Now it's time where we want to thank some folks. We want to thank our sponsors. You've already heard from Atlas Technologies and how great they're doing. We want to thank them once again. The South State Bank, thank you so much. Limehouse Produce, Harris Teeter, Hendrick Automotive Group, and the amazing sponsors that you see listed on your screen right there. Now our media sponsors tonight, ABC News 4 and iHeartMedia of Charleston. So now, gonna step over here, and we're in the lobby, and I'm gonna welcome Emily Cookson. She's the executive chef and the adult program manager here at the food bank. And with her is Maria Mungo, a volunteer in the kitchen at the Lowcountry Food Bank, a donor, and a board member. But she may be better known to her over 10,000 followers out there on Instagram. That's an impressive feat right there, as the Palmetto Foodie. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad to see you here. So I'm going to start with you, Maria, and you wear many hats for the Lowcountry Food Bank. I know that. But tell me why it's important to donate your time as a volunteer in the Zucker Family Production Kitchen.
Well, Dave, thank you for having me here. This is wonderful. But for me, volunteering, and I speak on behalf of my fellow volunteers, volunteering in the kitchen benefits the need in so many different levels, feeding our families, our children, and individuals in need. It's very important to me to give my time because I know I'm helping people in need in our community, and that's very important. And for me, giving back in our community is amazing. I know that in our kitchen, Chef Emily here, she puts out some amazing meals. And in a morning, we dish out 1,000 meals in a morning. It's an assembly line back there.
That is impressive.
She is impressive, so phenomenal.
I'm just so happy that you give your time, your talents here in the kitchen. You're not just donating, you're getting your hands dirty doing it.
There's a lot that goes on back there, and people don't know about it, but yes.
But we're giving them a little glimpse tonight, and that's what's so fun about this.
Right.
Now, I want to welcome in Chef Emily Cookson. and she's here with us. And actually, let's Maria, I still have a few questions for you. We'll get to Emily. But it's so great to have people like Maria in your kitchen helping out. And these people aren't just cleaning and doing things like that. They're getting their hands dirty helping you out, aren't they?
Right. We have about 6 to a dozen volunteers every day in the kitchen, and they really are one of the main reasons why we're able to put out 5,000 prepared meals into the community every day. And so when they come in, it's everything from slicing and dicing to cooking to portioning and sealing, and to the all-important cleaning. There's a little cleaning involved, always.
I'm sure there is. Believe me, I make a mess in the kitchen. So Emily, tell me what kind of meals you do make back here in the kitchen.
Sure. Along with kids' meals, we also make meals for veterans and for seniors. So for all those groups, we really try to think of them and what they would find appealing, approachable. We want them to be tasty and delicious. But most importantly, we want them to pack a powerful nutritional punch.
Definitely. And Maria, I know I've seen you there before. You've been at the Chef's Feast. I've been there. It's so much fun. It's a wonderful evening. And the chefs donate their time. It's not like they're getting paid to be there. They're donating their time. They're donating the food. They're doing all these things for the worthy cause. Can you give us and the folks at home an idea of what a typical Chef's Feast gala is like?
Oh goodness, Dave, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The convention center is transformed into this amazing, beautiful night with ice sculptures, floral arrangements, beautiful food, and the main thing is our local restaurants there serving up food, their famous signature dishes, for example, and it's just a wonderful fundraiser at Chef's Feast and bringing in money for fighting childhood hunger.
When I really think some of those chefs have fun with it and
They do.
break away from their normal menus and they try something that we haven't tasted before.
Very creative. They are very creative, and it's a scrumptious night, I will say.
Definitely. It's always a great time. So, Emily, this year has been ridiculous, especially for restaurants. The restaurants in Charleston had to close down for a while. It was only carry out for a while. How can folks at home, I know the Lowcountry Food Bank needs help, but our restaurants need help too, don't they?
Right, they've had a really trying year. They're a really tight-knit community, and they've always been so generous with their time, their talents for the Lowcountry Food Bank and other worthy causes throughout the Lowcountry. So I would say do what you can to show them support. Buy a gift card, dine on a patio, whatever you feel comfortable with. Get takeout a little more often, and just show them a little more support for all the support they've shown us throughout the years.
And ladies, I'm amazed by you both. I applaud you for the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep going, because if you've been able to do it within the last year, it just gets easier from here. Thank you so much. We did mention earlier that the Chef's Feast Gala hosted 35 chefs last year. Jacques Larson, the executive chef at The Obstinate Daughter and Wild Olive, he's been the leader of this effort for many years now, and we want you to take a look at a special message that he prepared for us.
Good evening. I'm Jacques Larson, chef at Wild Olive and The Obstinate Daughter, restaurants here in the Lowcountry. For 2 decades, it has been an honor and a privilege for me to be a part of the Lowcountry Food Bank's annual event, Chef's Feast. Each year, I look forward to getting together with other great chefs in our community to help fight childhood hunger. And this year, I will certainly miss seeing everyone in person due to COVID-19 and the social restrictions that it has caused. I do know, however, that all chefs that support the Lowcountry Food Bank and Chef's Feast remain committed in their effort to fight childhood hunger. So I hope tonight you are able to partake in this year's virtual event and order dinner from one of the many great restaurants on the Lowcountry Food Bank's website to support the cause. If so, thank you so much for supporting Charleston's food and beverage community, and thank you for supporting the Lowcountry Food Bank and its effort to fight childhood hunger. I have a child at 8 at home myself, and it is inconceivable to me that there are children no different than he that suffer from food insecurity and childhood hunger. I hope to see you all next year for a more traditional Chef's Feast event in 2022 in North Charleston. Thank you again for your support, and good night.
Thank you, Jacques. And as you've seen, the mission of the Lowcountry Food Bank is so important, and not just more so now because of COVID and the times that everybody is dealing with. So we need those donations. We need those to come in right now. The goal is within reach, and I'm talking real close. So we need to get there. We're almost there. Many individuals have donated from what we call funding the mission, and we want to thank those folks right now. We'd like to thank Anita Zucker. We'd like to thank Maria and Stephen Mungo. We'd like to thank Beverly and Mike Smith. We'd like to thank Lydia and Baird Hall, Dr. Jonathan and Lisa Rosenthal, Monica and Dyson Scott, Donna and Tom Ondroff, and Pat Walker. And that's not it. There are so many others that you see on your screen. And we hope you can join these individuals, and you can. If you're in the position to be able to do that, now's the time to do it. Kids are hungry out there. We want you to join the mission of the Lowcountry Food Bank in the fight against childhood hunger. We're so close to that goal. And we're going to take a look. Let's go ahead and check back in one more time with our social media squad. They're fielding lots of questions over there. They're taking in the donations. They're interacting with you. So Alexis, how is it going over there?
Dave, it's certainly having a lot of fun over here. We have some more friends who sent in their Chef's Feast at home pictures. Let's check them out right now. We have Terry and Aaron. We have the Kelly family. And last but certainly not least, we have Pat Walker, our former president and CEO, with board member Michael Mintz and the Friedmans. It's been a wonderful night. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, Alexis. And the thing is, a lot of these folks you see are donating big chunks of money. It's not just big chunks of money. It's $20 here, $20 there, whatever you can afford. We know not everybody can afford those big amounts, but if you can give just a little bit, you'll help to feed one child, and that makes a huge difference. Now, we want you to consider making that donation, and maybe after you watch this little video, you'll think a little differently about it.
I started coming to St. Paul's when they were offering the free medical. And I happened to come the night they offered to sign up for the free mammogram. Well, guess what? I had breast cancer.
We just don't know how many people that doesn't have food and they come looking faithful. And to hear someone say today that we didn't have any, and because of the food bank, they were able to feed the family.
I am a cancer survivor. It put me and my family in a large amount of debt. We didn't qualify for any assistance or anything like that. We're a one working household. We've got 3 children.
We're in the rural parts of the Lowcountry where a lot of resources don't reach. As we saw with this pandemic, people who were providers and who've never needed assistance before are standing in our lines today.
We have people that need food. They're trying to decide to pay the rent, the power bill, the car note.
I was trying to figure out what I was gonna buy with the $5 that I had in my pocket, and I happened to see that they were handing out food. So I got in line and they just started bagging me up, and it was pretty incredible, and it was an answer to my prayers.
I was at a 3.5 stage when they found it. 2 mastectomies, massive infections, chemo, radiation, homelessness. I think April said, hey, we do the food bank once a month. And, come and sign up for it.
It was difficult coming from one space and then falling so far down. And there are a lot of people in the community that truly depend on this place to get the food that they need.
I utilize the food bank as well, although I'm a volunteer and a member here. There's been times that the food bank has provided the only meal that I had on the table.
It really has helped us. So it has been a blessing to all of us and to the people in the community.
If it hadn't been for the food bank, I don't know what I did, because I couldn't work for over 3 years. When you don't have any money coming in, it's kind of scary.
It gave me peace. I didn't have to worry about where the next meal was going to come from because I was worried, I was scared.
You never know when it may be your turn. So if you have that extra funds or extra time to donate, there are people who need it and are dependent on it.
Next thing I know, I'm down here and I'm giving back. I'm trying to.
We will appreciate whatever you do and whatever you can to help us to continue to feed those that are hungry.
Please donate, because there are a lot more people out there that need assistance than they're letting on.
It helps you grow. It opens up your eyes. You're like, wow, you've been through this, or you need help with that. It teaches you too, and it makes you to be more grateful.
I would say to the food bank, thank you so much. Continue to do what you do. Help us to get where we gotta go and feed those that are hungry, that can't come to the food bank themselves, but have a place that they can come.
I know it's not easy, it's hard, but by you being persistent, you are blessing people through this food bank, and we want to say thank you so much for your generosity.
It was truly a blessing to us.
You don't realize how much you've impacted the people in the Lowcountry. I know a lot of people that count on that every month, that little bump, to help them get through. It's remarkable.
Wow, what a powerful video. And that was just impressive. It seems like every time I come to the Lowcountry Food Bank, I don't know why, I get stuck in the warehouse. But I love the warehouse. This is home. This is where it all gets done. And we're joining you from this 60,000 square foot warehouse. This is the food behind us. This is what's going to feed the people. And a lot of good food comes in and out of this building every day. This hasn't been sitting here. It flows through. It turns over. And Nick, I think we're all inspired by the work that is done in the Lowcountry to serve our neighbors that do face hard times. And sometimes it's a very short thing. People fall on hard times for a short period and get right back up on their feet. But other folks need that help constantly. And hunger is not just the summer. It's not just the winter. It's a year-round problem.
Absolutely, Dave. I mean, hunger is not something that slows down for a pandemic. Hunger doesn't take a holiday either. That's why it's so important that what we do is all year round. We're there to fight hunger all year round. So we lead the charge in terms of fighting hunger across the coastal communities here in South Carolina. So for example, last year, we distributed over 39 million pounds of food.
Wow.
The year before that, 32 million pounds of food. And this is to families, communities, individuals that are facing hunger. So whenever there is a need, we will do whatever we can with our communities and with our partners to support those that are most desperately in need and facing hunger. So I continue to be inspired by the work that we do, the work of our staff, our partners, our volunteers and our donors. And that work is done collectively. It's done as a community in how we can best support those that are most in need. So anyway, just to finish, and on behalf of the Lowcountry Food Bank, I just want to say thank you to everyone for your commitment and your support of our mission here at the Lowcountry Food Bank. And Dave, also to say thank you very much for being such an amazing host this evening.
Nick, I thank you. And I wish we could just put you out of business, because that would mean nobody is hungry.
Absolutely.
But that's not a reality. Absolutely. And that's why we're here tonight, raising that money. That's why you're doing the things that you do. And we appreciate it so much, Nick. Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Dave.
Now, it's really been my pleasure to be here tonight. I'm giving from the bottom of my heart. This hits true to me. I want people to give. It doesn't have to be a huge gift, a little gift, because we are so close. $5, $10, whatever's comfortable for you. If you can give more, you're awesome. Do it. And we do have the final total for tonight. It is, we met our goal. Not quite our goal, but we're gonna get it before the night is out, because you can still donate. But our total is $356,000. $1,606, putting us only $5,400 away from the goal. If everybody right now sitting there watching this gives 20 bucks right now, open that wallet, 20 bucks right now, we'll be even closer to that goal. So we are getting there. Now you can still donate until March 3rd. It doesn't end right now, so hey, maybe you win the lottery tonight. Donate some of that money. We'd love it. Keep it coming. So make sure, maybe it doesn't speak to you right now. Maybe you sleep on it. Maybe tomorrow morning you wake up and say, yeah, they're right. Somebody out there is hungry. I want to give a little bit of money. So you can do it until March 3rd. We want to thank everybody. We want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you had some fun. I know the chefs weren't here to cook all the food for you, but you got a behind-the-scenes look at what the Lowcountry Food Bank does. We're so glad for the work that they do year in, year out. Now it's your turn. Give just a little bit. Thanks, everybody. It's been a pleasure.